Ooh, y'all look at me. I actually paid for extra sour cream. Bowling. Reading Rainbow, okay? He like, peace, bitch. Motherfucking deuces. Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? Y'all alright? Y'all, today I am trying the new Taco Bell steak, reaper, fries, and burrito. I am missing my regular nacho fries from my order, and I'm trying to stay cool about it, but it's not cool. I don't feel calm. I'm just trying to, like, you know what? Things happen. Move on, but I'm very upset because I don't have my nacho fries. I was looking forward to those nacho fries. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm very upset, clearly. But you know what? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, okay? Positive vibes only. Okay, y'all. Anyway, so besides my nacho fries missing, I got the steak reaper nacho fries. Yeah, steak reaper nacho fries. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but whatever. I also got the steak reaper fries burrito. I got a fiery Locos taco and a cheesy Locos taco. Missing is nacho fries. And a Baja Blast. And some other stuff. Alright, let's try these fries. Watch them be so damn spicy. Let's see. Nacho fries are so good. Okay, it's a little heat on them. The flavor is really good. Not spicy at all. See, let me get one with a bite of steak. I like them. A little spice, nothing too crazy. Very good. Very good. At least the nacho fries are in here, you know, giving me my nacho fry flavor. If you haven't had the nacho fries by Taco Bell, I highly recommend them. It's not a setup like a Burger King taco. Y'all, I'm thinking about trying that taco, but I'm like, this is not where my life is. Eating a taco at Burger King. But you can trust the fries at Taco Bell. They're very good. Okay. Let me try the burrito. And then we're going to get into the book. It's good, but I like the fries better. I mean, I like the little nachos better than the burrito. Okay, so in the book, I went ahead and read chapters 22 through 26. No major drama, but a little bit though. Okay. So chapter 22 starts off, it's the day of the barbecue. They're all at Vid's house, Vid and Tiffany. All the couples are there for the barbecue. So they're getting settled. They're drinking champagne. Tiffany was like, I don't want champagne. I'm going to get a beer. So she goes to the fridge. Remember, Tiffany's all, like, sexy. So she walks over to the fridge. She gets a beer out and she like whips her hair and is drinking it all sexy, like out of a commercial. She has like beautiful blonde hair, and Erica and Clementine looking at each other like, really, bitch? Like, is this real life? The way she's like drinking the beer. They sit on the sideline being some haters. They're being some haters. So, you know, she's drinking the beer or whatever. And Sam was like, you know what? I'll have a beer too. He likes her. His wife's sitting right there. But whatever. So then they get on the subject, you know, talking about the kids and stuff. Vid and Tiffany have a daughter, Dakota. And Sam and Clementine have 2 daughters who are also there, but they're upstairs playing. So, like, yeah, you know, parenting is hard. They talk about, like, losing their kids, how they lost their kids, like, in the mall and at a park. And Erica is sitting there, like, mortified, like, shocked. Like, how do you lose your kids? How could you ever do that? As you know, they don't have kids, Erica and Oliver, but they want kids. They recently asked, right before they came over to the barbecue, they asked Clementine and Sam to be a surrogate to donate her eggs. So it's very awkward right now. And then here go Vid, obnoxious, annoying ass. Gonna go over it. I'm gonna ask Erica, you know, so what about you two? Do you guys want kids? Or are you guys having kids? Everybody in the room like, bruh. So, you know, she's like, we would like to have kids someday. Here you go. Well, you know, you're not getting any younger. So it's like, everybody in the room is like, bruh. Everybody except Tiffany and Vic, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know what happened right before they came over to the barbecue. So they don't know they just had this conversation. They don't know Erica and Oliver are struggling to have a baby. So Tiffany's like, you can't just ask them that, like, about having kids. Like, that's so rude. And he's like, what do you mean? He's so, like, I know people like that just don't even have any kind of awareness of how rude they're being. It's like a personal thing. So, you know, they're going on, like, trying to change the subject. And then they hear, like, a scream from upstairs. From the kids playing. And that's where the chapter ends. Like, a little scream. So I'm like, oh, what the hell done happened? What did Dakota do? Because y'all know in the last mukbang, Dakota did something at the barbecue. She's the one that, she seems to have done something very bad at the barbecue. What did she do? Y'all, I'm still mad they lost my nacho. They forgot my nacho fries. I know I said I was going to move on, but I can't. And I checked my food before I left. It wasn't even in my mind. Like I looked at everything. I'm like, okay, they got this. Even I forgot that they were supposed to give me nacho fries. But oh my gosh, I'm upset. So, chapter 23 is back to, like, I guess what you would call present day, you know, in the book. And we're with Erica. She's, like, in her garage loading cleaning supplies into her car. And her phone rings and it's Clementine. Clementine calls her because she wants to meet up, because Clementine has decided that she wants to donate her eggs. She wants to do it. So she was going to call Erica so that they can meet up and she could tell her in person. Erica's like, I can't right now. I'm going over to my mom's house to clean. Erica's mom's a hoarder. So it seems like she's helping her mom clean a little bit at a time. And Clementine was like, oh, okay. Did I fuck these fries up? She was like, okay, can I come with you? Or she was like, is Oliver going? because Oliver usually goes with her, and then Erica recalls the time that she told Clementine that Oliver was going, and Clementine got this look on her face that like made Erica real angry, because it's like, bitch, like she looked like, oh, like yes, like he's a prize. Oliver is a prize. And Erica said the look that Clementine got like angered her. That look on her face, like, oh, you deserve all of you. You're so lucky to have Oliver. Like, good for you. And she's like, bitch, I know, but I don't need you telling me that. So she like wasn't having it. And so she was just like, no, Oliver's not going because he's sick. And Clementine was like, oh, well, I'll go. And she was like, no. No. I think Erica feels like Clementine is still judging her. Like, she doesn't want Clementine anywhere around because Clementine is, like, secretly in her head judging her. Or that's how Erica feels. Which is so weird because Erica's always judging Clementine. Like, about how she parents her kids and stuff. She's always judging her. I feel like that's the back and forth between their friendship. Like, because Clementine grew up kind of feeling sorry for Erica, and Clementine seemed so perfect to Erica as they were growing up and even in their adult life, that Erica is always trying to find something wrong with Clementine. She's trying to find like Clementine's messy spots because, you know, she feels like Clementine has judged her whole life. That's what I'm picking up. Ooh, y'all look at me. I actually paid for extra sour cream. Bowling. I don't like paying for Supreme tacos because I don't eat the tomatoes, and it's like, so I'm just paying for sour cream anyway, so I just get it on the side so I can spread it about my tacos. Not that y'all care, but I don't know. So yeah. So she's like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm fine going by myself. Like, I don't need you to go. And Clementine was like, well, I didn't want to do this on the phone, but I wanted to let you know that I want to do it. I want to donate my eggs. I want to help you guys out. And Erica kind of like changed the tone of her voice because at first she was annoyed. She was annoyed talking to Clementine. Y'all, this is fire sauce. And then she kind of changed her voice and she was like she stopped what she was doing and she was like, got this tone in her voice and she was like, we both know you don't mean that. Y'all, that pepper hit my throat. She was like, we both know you don't mean that. And I was like, what is she talking about? Y'all, we finna find out. Cheesy Doritos Loco. So that's chapter 23. Bruh. So chapter 24 is back to the day of the barbecue. They're jumping back and forth between past and present, which is cool. Fine with me. I'm trying to be a lady about this, but you can't when you're eating Taco Bell. You just can't. So it's back to the day of the barbecue. Right after they heard the scream. Turns out the scream was Holly, one of Clementine and Sam's daughters. So Sam was like, oh, I better go run up the check on her. Clementine's like, I better go too. Erica in her head was like, yeah, one of these days I'm going to actually get tacos from Taco Bell that don't fall apart. Erica's like, why are you leaving me down here with them? Like, I should go with y'all. She's like, I should go upstairs too. But then she was like, actually, that's kind of inappropriate. These are their kids. I'm going to let them just, like, take care of their kids. As she should. So they go upstairs to check on them. Tiffany follows behind so she can like show them where they are. So now left downstairs is just Erica, Oliver, and Vid. So she's like what am I gonna talk about? She's looking around the house like trying to find some stuff to talk about. And she sees like this decoration piece on the table. And she's like, oh, this is nice. Dog. So she's like, this is nice. Vid is like, no, it's not, it's garbage. All Tiffany does is shop. She's a hoarder. Everything that comes out of his mouth is just always the wrong thing to say. I know he doesn't know, but dummy. Erica's like, no, she's not a hoarder. He's like, yes, she is. She goes, no, she's not a hoarder. Like, my mom's a hoarder. I know what a hoarder is. Your wife is not a hoarder. He was like, really? Your mom's a hoarder? Like the ones on the TV show? Oliver in the back like, shut up. Shut up. Like, stop talking. He doesn't like to talk about like family issues to outsiders, to people that aren't family. Which I can respect, because it's like, you don't want everybody to know your business, because people will take advantage of information. They'll find a way to use it against you. But she keeps going. And she's like, yeah, my mom has a real problem. And then she goes into like her head. She's thinking about, she remembers when she was in college, when she finally got to get away from her mom, she was able to like look it up and research exactly what hoarding is. And she came to find out that, you know, like she wasn't alone. She thought like she was the only one, but then she realized like there's groups for like children of hoarders, and that's what led her to actually going to see a therapist to seek help about her issues and why she's the way she is and why her mom is like that. And so Tiffany and Dakota come downstairs with Holly, and Tiffany's like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. Holly got bumped, but they were playing Wii, like tennis, and she got bumped in the face, so she screamed. No big deal. So then Dakota goes to show Holly where Barney the dog sleeps and yada yada yada, and Erica's like, where's Clementine and Sam? And they're like, oh, they're upstairs playing with Ruby. Ruby wants to show them how to play the Wii. And also Clementine needs to change her. Holly was like, yeah, she smells. So they're going to change her. And Erica's like, oh, well, they can't change her without the bag, the diaper bag. The diaper bag was still downstairs. So Erica was like, jumped at the diaper bag, just trying to get out of the awkward situation. So she grabs the diaper bag and she heads upstairs, and Tiffany kind of explains to her where it is. And, you know, she's going up the stairs and she's looking at their house, and there's just all these huge hallways and big empty spaces. And she's like, I wonder what my mom would do with all this space, like, you know, hoarder. So as she's walking towards the room, she like hears murmuring, and she like kind of stops, and she realizes that Clementine and Sam are talking about her. Bruh. So they're talking. Clementine is like, what's wrong with her? Why would she ask me about that in front of everybody? And Sam was like, I guess she just figured it was between the four of us, so she wanted to bring it up in front of everybody. She was like, I guess, but why would she do it like that? Like, with crackers and cheese? Like, what's wrong with her? Did you see that cheese? Like, I guess the cheese was tiny pieces. She was like, it was just weird. He was like, yeah, but, you know, like, what are you going to do? And they're, like, whispering, but, you know, Erica can hear them. She's, like, standing by the door. He's like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to help? And are you going to help them? What do you think? She goes, no, like, I don't want to do it. She was like, it's disgusting. It repulses me. Erica's behind the door. She like closed her eyes like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe she just said that. Like I knew I will always be like dirty Erica to her. I knew I would always be this dirty little girl. I feel so bad for her. Like before, I mean, she's very annoying, okay, she is, but you see why she's the way she is because of her mom, and her friendship with Clementine is weird, but you kind of see, well, like, why, like, what's going on, and to hear your friend, they're not really, their relationship is so weird. To hear your friend say something like that about you is, like, it has to be heartbreaking. She was just like, yeah, I don't want to do it. I would feel like it's my baby. And what if it looks like our kids? What if it looks like Holly and Ruby? And Sam was like, well, why do you care? You'd rather poke your eyes out than have more kids. And that is a callback to earlier in the book where Clementine and Erica were having a personal, like, girl chat. And Erica asked Clementine, like, oh, would you ever have more kids? And Clementine was like, I'd rather poke my eyes out than have more kids. And then so when Erica asked Clementine to be the egg donor, they said one of the reasons they considered Clementine first was because, you know, they're good friends and Clementine was done having kids. And Sam was like, no, we're not. But in Clementine's head, yes, the hell they were. So Clementine was like, listen, I was joking. Like, first of all, she shouldn't have repeated that anyway. Like, she regrets even telling Erica that, but she did. And so he was like, fine, whatever. This is my favorite taco. This flavor is so good. It's so tangy. It's not spicy. It's like the seasoning. So good. It has like a hint of lime or something. So he's like trying to shush her. She was like, they can't hear us. Nobody can hear us. But if only you knew. So then Ruby pipes up like, oh, like, look at this or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, like, I need to change her. We need to change her. So Sam was like, okay, well, let me go get the diaper bag. And he walks out the room, and Erica is standing right there. And he looked scared and confused and terrified. And he was like, Erica. And that's where the chapter ends. I was like, yo. You know that feeling. Excuse me. You know that feeling, like when you're talking about somebody and they heard you, or like you accidentally send the wrong screenshot to somebody. Bitch, y'all know that feeling. Your stomach sinks. They was probably like, she heard us. That is so uncomfortable. So that's the end of that chapter. So chapter 25 starts with back to present day or whatever. We're at Tiffany and Viet's house. Now remember in the last mukbang, we found out that Dakota did something so bad at the barbecue that her parents were upset with her. She's upset with herself. She tried to harm herself, you know, to punish herself for what she did at the barbecue. So I can't wait to find out what she did. So we're back to present day, and Tiffany is in Dakota's room. She's looking for some sort of shirt. Lucy, where's my white shirt with red seagulls? What movie is that from? She actually is looking for a white shirt, like a blouse. I digress. So she's looking through the drawers, pulling everything out, trying to find this shirt, because they have to go to a meeting at Dakota's new school. And she's like determined to find this shirt. For some reason, she feels like it's the perfect shirt to wear to a meeting like this. So I don't like when the burritos have all this breading at the bottom. I don't eat that. Like, I like to unwrap it and get to the meat. You hear me? So she's taking stuff out. The shirt was a little big on Dakota, so that's why it can fit her. But I bet you she's still so damn tiny. If only. And then I wonder why I'm not so tiny. She's pulling stuff out and she finds a ripped up book in Dakota's drawer. And she's like, what? Like, Dakota wouldn't do that. Dakota is very good with her books. Y'all, if y'all remember a few mukbangs back, Dakota loves to read. She's an avid reader. I used to be like that when I was little. That's why I started this book club, to get me back into reading. I didn't know that the book I chose to read first was going to be 89 goddamn chapters. But you know what? It's keeping my interest and I'm reading. Reading Rainbow, okay? It's getting me back into my love of reading, and it actually really does feel good to read every day. So, anyway, she finds a ripped up book in Dakota's drawer. She was like, it's ripped up in half, and the pages are scribbled all over it with black marker. And she was like, this is not like Dakota. Like, she takes pristine care of her books. They're all in pristine condition. She doesn't even fold the edges. Dog ear, which is what I do. But she says she doesn't even dog ear the pages. Like, she uses a bookmark. I used to do that. Anyway. And she was just like so confused, like the scribbling on it. And then the book that she was ripping up was The Hunger Games. Now, I remember from the previous chapters that The Hunger Game was a book that Dakota was reading the day of the barbecue. So, I'm putting the pieces together. What I'm thinking is something happened the day of the barbecue. Dakota was reading that book. She said she felt like Katniss Everdeen, right? Katniss Everdeen. She said she feels like Katniss the day she was reading it of the barbecue before the barbecue. So something happened to where she probably got back from doing whatever it is that she did at the barbecue. And she saw the book and she like started ripping it up and scribbling like hate. You know, that's anger. That's what I'm thinking. Tiffany's confused because she don't understand. Her sister, she says her sister warned her about giving that book to Dakota, or to let Dakota read that book because it was too violent. Dakota was too young to be reading a book like that. Tiffany was like, it's not porn. Like, I don't care. She lets Dakota be free to read whatever she wants. Which I kind of like. You kind of let your kid, if your kid's willing to read, as long as it's nothing too gratuitous or too violent. I haven't read the Hunger Games book. I've only seen the movies, but I wouldn't think of that as a big deal either. But maybe it is because of what she did to that book and what happened at the barbecue. And also, in the last month thing, I mentioned that Dakota read a book about self-harm. Trigger warning for anybody that if you don't want to hear about self-harm, please skip forward to about a minute or so. I'm about to talk about self-harm. In the last mukbang, Dakota, her mom got her a book. I don't know if it was about teen harm or if it was about self-harm, but there was self-harm mentioned in the book, and that's where Dakota learned to cut herself. So she tried to cut herself to punish herself for what she did at the barbecue, but she couldn't go through with it. So instead, she just started punching the hell out of her thighs to where they were so bruised. And Tiffany had to go buy that book for her because she was too young to buy it. But Tiffany was like, kind of skimmed through, and I was like, okay. And I was like, fine. So there is a little bit something to kind of monitoring exactly what your kids read. But I don't really see a problem with letting your kids read books that are a little bit out of their age requirement or their age limit. Because when I was reading when I was young, I was reading any and everything. And it was just nice to kind of see an older kid or an older teen's perspective on things and not reading like little kid books all the time, because when you're reading like that, you kind of just want to know everything. So there's a give and take to it. I think that Tiffany should have monitored it a little bit more, but definitely let your kids, if they're down to read, let your kids read. I don't have kids, but that's how I would go about it if I had kids. I would encourage reading, especially with what's going on nowadays. People out here licking ice cream and stuff. Let your kid read if they want to read. So, you know, and Tiffany's just confused because she's like, yeah, Dakota would never do this to her book. Like, I'm confused. But she had to kind of hurry up because she's like, you know what? I'll deal with this later. We got to get ready for the meeting. She's talking to Vid. Oh, did you wax your shoes? They're trying to get ready. So she just kind of hurries up and puts everything back the way she found it and gets the hell out of there. So, and that's the end of that chapter. Something is definitely going on with Dakota. She's kind of rejecting the things that she used to do. Oh, and Tiffany also was like trying to be like, when was the last time I saw Dakota actually read like for pleasure? Like Dakota used to be reading like crazy every day, all day. That's all she did was read. And she was like, I can't really remember the last time I actually saw her read for fun outside of her homework. She sits down and she does her homework. She doesn't You don't even have to ask her or look over her. She's a very good kid, but I haven't seen her read for fun lately. And then she kind of rushes off, and then they get ready for the school meeting or whatever. It's really sad because something definitely happened at the barbecue that is deeply affecting their daughter, and she's not the same person. And Tiffany is noticing it, but she's not really linking the two together, which maybe she should, because if your daughter did whatever at the barbecue, because somebody does die at the barbecue, so if your daughter has something to do with that, then maybe you should get her into counseling and stuff. I don't know, child. So chapter 26 is back to the day of the barbecue, back where Sam walked out the door and saw Clementine standing out there listening to their conversation. Clementine hears Sam say Erica, and she like cover her mouth because like, sheet. Oh, sheet. And then she quickly put it down because like she'll look guilty. Erica's like walking in the door. He was like, oh, thank you. Like, how did you know we needed this? Like, thank you. Bruh. Those are the kind of situations that I just do not want to be in. Like, the awkwardness. The awkwardness. I can only imagine. They skimping on the steak in this. This is why I don't like to get the burritos. Like, they don't be filling it up. Because you can't see it. They don't care. Here's my issue. Here's my thing. Bro, you don't own Taco Bell. Like, you're just an employee. Like, fill that shit up. Who cares? Be the best. Be the best employee. Stuff those tacos. Stuff those burritos. Fill up those fries. What do you care? It's not coming out of your paycheck. When I used to work at an ice cream shop, bruh, people used to love when it was my chef. I was here. Give it all to them. They deserve it. Talk about plan. Anyway. Erica's walking in the room. Clementine is nervous as hell. She's all flustered. She's talking a mile a minute. Like, she's talking about everything. Oh, thank you for the diaper bag. Like, just rambling. Nonsense. In her head, she's like talking, but in her head, she's like, damn, what did she hear? What did I just say? What was I just talking about that she could have heard? I feel bad. So she's rambling, and Sam is in the background behind Erica like, yo, shut up. Like, you doing too much. You're doing the most. You looking real guilty right now. And so Erica was like, yeah, Tiffany wants us to come downstairs. She wants everybody to go outside so they can look at the gazebo or cabana or something. And Sam was like, yeah, that's a good idea. You know what? I'm going to get ready and get up out of here. I'm going to go check on Holly. Yeah, I'm about to go. He skedaddles the hell up out of there because he ain't trying to be a part of the awkwardness. So he's gone. He like, peace, bitch. Motherfucking deuces. And so Clementine notices that, Erica sounds calm. Like, maybe she didn't hear anything. Did she hear anything? Her voice, she's looking at me normal, and her voice is calm. That's not like Erica. Erica's not the one that's type to like creep and listen. Erica will make herself known and bust in and be like, "Bam, bitch, I heard y'all was talking about me," but she didn't do that. So she's like, maybe she didn't hear anything. Yes, she did, dog. She heard everything. And so Erica's looking around, and here comes Judgy Erica. She's like, where are you gonna change her at? Like, everything in here looks like very expensive. Like, so where are you gonna change her? Sometimes like, oh, I guess I'll just change her on the floor. And she's like, okay, cool. And then Erica's like, wasn't Holly already potty trained by this time? Like, when Holly was Ruby's age, wasn't she already potty trained? Clementine was like, yeah, we kind of putting it off right now. Clementine said usually, this is something that would annoy her and irk her, but she has so much going on in her mind thinking about, like, what did Erica hear and did she hear anything? So she's like, I'm going to let you slide this time, but I heard what you said. And she was like, yeah, we kind of putting it off right now. We got a lot going on. We're going to wait till after my audition and, Sam's parents and a wedding anniversary and, this and that. She's rambling. She's rambling. And she's like, yeah, but, once all that stuff is done, we're going to go ahead and potty train her. It takes a lot of time. Once the kids start, you can't stop. You kind of, you can't really leave the house all that much. I mean, you can, but boy, Erica's like, you all right? Bro, you are talking a mile a minute. She eventually shuts up because she's like, I need to stop. Like, I'm talking too much. So she's done changing her, and Ruby kind of gestures to Erica that, she wants her to pick her up. So she picks her up, and she's walking around the room with her. And Clementine is looking at her like, damn, I feel bad. Because, she's seeing her with the baby, and she can just tell that Erica really wants a baby. And she's just like, I feel really bad, but at the same time, like, I really, really don't want to do this. And she was like, I just don't want to. And in her head, she realizes, like, she's not really arguing with herself about it. She feels like she's explaining to her mom because a few chapters ago, we realized that her mom forced Clementine to be friends with Erica. Her mom saw Erica on the playground, and she was like, go be friends with that girl. Erica was dusty and dirty. And she had flea bites all over her. And Clementine was like, I don't want to go be friends. Her mom was like, go be friends with that girl. And so, ever since then, you can just tell, like, I guess Clementine heard her mom in her head being like, donate your eggs to that girl. Like, help that girl. And she's like, I don't want to help her. Like, I just don't want to. And that's where the chapter ends. So, y'all, that's what we've covered so far in the book. That's where we are. Not too much happened in these past few chapters, so I don't really have too many theories. I'm really trying to figure out what exactly it was that Dakota did, because whatever it was, Vid and Tiffany have forgiven her. She doesn't seem to be in any counseling. Everybody else seems to be alive and well, so I'm still trying to wonder who exactly she killed or have harmed, or what did she do at the barbecue, because everyone seems to be alive and well. Like I said, maybe they're going to introduce some more characters soon, and it'll probably be one of those characters, but I don't know. But yeah, that gives us more explanation to when Erica and Clementine were on the phone and she was in the garage. Erica's like, we both know you don't mean that. We both know you don't want to donate your eggs, because she said she was repulsed and it was disgusting. Like, she couldn't even imagine donating her eggs to her. So it's like Clementine kind of looks down on Erica, but I don't really get the fact that she looks down on her. I just think that she feels like burdened by her. I feel like Clementine always feels like Erica is like taking. Like Clementine said, she wants a piece of her, and that's what that is. So we're gonna keep trudging along with this book. Let me know what y'all think about it. Where do y'all think it's headed? Y'all, I hope you enjoyed this mukbang. I liked the Reaper fries. I liked the Reaper fries, like the nachos. I didn't care too much for the burrito, but it was okay. But the nachos were way better. They gave me a good amount of steak. Thank you. Still upset about my nacho fries, but you know what? Whatever. I'm full, so it's cool. Of course, I love the Doritos tacos. I mean, especially the fiery one. It has my heart for life. Yeah, so as you can tell, I'm always down to eat Taco Bell. I think this is my 3rd or 4th Taco Bell mukbang. I like Taco Bell. I don't care, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I like Taco Bell, so I will continue to eat Taco Bell as long as they will have me. Let me know what you thought of this video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.